wait, do you bathe, just not wash your hair, or you just don't even step foot in the
I
water?
I just have been too busy to, and so I and my hair is all fake, so why would I wash it? Sandra's joining us today. Jam Jam is in, I don't even know where
Transit
he's
at an
in.
airport, on a plane, in the sky.
He may have just landed. So he went to Brazil, and I know it's like a, yeah, he's in Brazil. And then
I've never been to Brazil.
no, me either. I'm like, girl, because he was saying how he was stressed and wanted to travel, and I'm like, gosh, sometimes because it's true, sometimes traveling can be stressful too, in and of itself, just traveling. So I have a list because we like to stay on track. And so no, thank you for coming because yeah, Jam is he's in the middle of a plane or he's traveling somewhere. So, and I'm just literally getting back from Brooklyn, which was fun. So thank everyone for coming to that. Which it's such a mix now, and I'm sure you know this too with like traders and Survivor. And there was such a like a mix of like people who had never even watched Survivor, just straight up traders. It was just cool to be able to meet everybody, and I love it. And I love drag queens, so
Yeah, I had to drive from North Carolina over here to Maryland to stop, see my family, and then continue on to Connecticut. And then last night I decided to hit the road and come back. So thank you for keeping me awake as I was going through New York, Jersey, and Delaware. You were my rock when I needed you. Plus, I knew you were the only one that was going to be awake because you're on a different time zone. So I was like, I gotta find someone that ain't doing shit, that loves to talk.
and I'm never doing shit. That's the truth. Like I don't. I always tell people like I like because I do. I think we look at social media and we think like everybody's living such a fun. And I always tell people I have a great life. I do fun stuff sometimes, but that's not the reality of all the time. There's so much time that I'm just chilling, and I was starving, so I like ordered soup, and I spilt it everywhere.
So you didn't even get to eat it.
I still ate it. I spilt it, and I cleaned it up, and I ate the noodles and everything else.
That's why
Oh
your immune system is jacked up. No,
no,
no, I'm
probably,
kidding.
but I didn't have time to
Probably why
eat.
you need immunity.
I had to, but yeah, I still ate it. I ate it literally off the floor. I don't care. I'm nasty.
I mean, I get it. Like I've had, like I remember one time somebody gave me a box of expensive candies and one fell on the floor and I was like, damn, these bitches were good. And with a hard candy too, I don't think the stuff like germs doesn't get on it as quick as something like sticky that would automatically pick the germ. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that's probably like a $2 candy lane. And,
And this
and
was
that was years ago, and I'm still kicking and screaming.
this was gross because it was on carpet and there was like little hairs.
Oh, but you feel the hairs, you just pull them out. That's like cooking and having a hair in your soup. I mean, you don't throw away the soup, you throw away the damn hair. Come on.
That's exactly what I'm just not. I am a barefoot person. To me, when it comes to like, I don't get grossed out by that type of stuff. Like, I really just, I
Yeah.
don't. Barefoot,
I won't hold on now. I won't eat a hair at a restaurant in my food because
no.
I don't know that person. But if I'm traveling to my family's, like right now they're cooking upstairs. But if I'm traveling and it's my family or it's in my own household, the hair is mine. Come on. Or it's
Yep.
my cousin's hair.
There is no one's hair in my room. So, like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Why was I eating in my bedroom? Don't get me started. Anyways. So we're going to be very on track because I want to be mindful of your time too. And no, and I do love it when people are like, "Wow, your hair looks
Your
so
hair is
good," or
beautiful.
I'm I'm very open, like it is not mine, it is fake. And I like to tell people that because it's like again, we look at people sometimes like online or whatever, and it's like half of it is not real. So like, hello. And it's nice because I don't have to wash it. So it's not that I like curl my hair or get ready every day. I literally don't have to do anything because it's just already done. So I wanted to talk about too, if you were willing. No, I just wanted to talk briefly too, just about all the cruise stuff, just because it's all been out there. And I know I'd reached out to a few people, like even to my Patreon about this, because it's like we didn't know what to do, like because we don't have a current cruise like coming up. Because so for those of you who don't know, we did the Survivor cruise, was really fun. It was right?
Yeah, yep. And I did the Traders Cruise before then. So I had done the Traders Cruise in April, and then we did together the Survivor Cruise in July, and everything was perfect. Not a single complaint. Everything panned out. The fans had a great time because they told us so. We had such an amazing time that we were like, we want to do this again. And
Yep.
tell them, Carolyn.
Okay. Okay. So then and so your Traders Cruise that you did was separate from, so that was a different travel company or travel
It
agency,
was a triple. It was a different travel company. Yes.
different travel company. And we'll be real,
It
like,
was vacationeer travel. They
so
did
that's
soup.
something else. Then that went well too. So our showroom travel one with the Survivor, okay, so it went so well. We're like, okay, well because we had heard some drama with the Big Brother cruise, so we were like,
The
let's
month
see.
prior, yes.
Yep. Prior to the Survivor, so we're like, let's see how that goes before, like, let's just see how it goes. Let's see how Survivor goes. It went well, so we're like, okay, well, we'll book other cruises with this person. So we do. So we have the Queen's cruise, we have the other Survivor
Challenge,
cruise.
the Traders Cruise, the challenge, the Survivor. He did the Big Brother, which was chaotic. He did Survivor, which came out great. Now it was time for the Challenge Cruise, and after that, it was supposed to be your Traders Cruise and the Queen's Cruise, and then another Survivor Cruise.
Correct. And he had so many damn cruises, and so we're like, okay. The challenge ones was supposed to leave like what 2 days ago or something, and apparently like right before.
November 6th.
So November 6th, it's supposed to leave, and all of a sudden, like everybody who was scheduled to go on the cruise, all of the challenge players, they didn't have their hotel rooms, they didn't know what was going on, they didn't have their flights. It was just chaos, and then he
Some didn't have reservations on the actual boat that they've been selling spots on. I think that's the hardest pill to swallow. Like I've been putting this out for a year, and how do I not have a room booked on the actual ship? You know I'm coming on. That's a red flag for me because, like I told you, Carolyn, we actually tried to check in before we were even allowed to check in. So, all that stuff we had done and squared away. And then on check in day, I remember texting the entire Survivor group, all the players that were coming. And I said, hey, it's time to check in. The portal's available. Start checking in. And everyone checked in and everyone was squared away.
it was yep, he was on his best behavior then. Well, clearly it went all south, and no one went, and every I don't even know what the out what we're still kind of figuring out what the outcome
They're
is.
still out there. It doesn't end till the 10th. What's today?
The 8th, 7th,
Oh, then there. No, girl, what's
yeah,
today?
Saturday.
Saturday the 8th? Okay, so the cruise is still going till the 10th. It was from the 6th through the 10th. Listen, at that late stage in the game, and you know that the fans paid in full months prior to the cruise because that's how the cruise is, You're going to pay. There's a deadline. So you know that they paid for everything. There were actual fans already in Florida. So we have no idea what happened on the cruise. I'm sure that they're posting. I've been with my family, so I
They're
haven't
not.
been on social media. The fans who are on board have to be posting. Like,
So here's the problem though, and I haven't kept up because I'm just getting back from Brooklyn. So like it's not. I know that Michelle didn't go, and for people too, because remember when we didn't know what was going to happen, so we were like, well, what do we do? We all had tickets, we just didn't know if we'd get paid, so we were all worried. Like, but again, it all worked out. However, we're like, well, we'll just go on the cruise because we're not going to leave all these people like dangling and wondering. So we weren't even gonna, because this is what we were struggling with before the Survivor cruise.
yeah,
Is he gonna pay? Like, what's going on? It all ended up
yeah.
working out. However, we had our cruise tickets, so we all were just gonna go anyway because we were like, we're not leaving people hanging like that. However, it sounds like most of them didn't even have tickets to go on the cruise. So it sounds like a lot of them did not go. And also, I know there was like a statement released where the showroom travel Michael had said, hey, just still go on the cruise, and then go and ask for a refund too. You can't clearly do that. That is like what?
No.
So I bet a lot of people didn't go because they probably just asked for a refund because it wasn't like lining up. So anyone who got a ticket for the Traders one or the Future Survivor one, which I don't think a lot of people got tickets for that yet because that's so far out. How or the
Yeah,
cruise
and our
one.
Queens cruise, like, get your deposit back.
So what do they do? Contact showroom
Either showroom or Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean, and we'll have details. So message me. I've been trying to reach out to as many people as I can because I had a lot of people asking me like, "Is this cruise still happening? Is this?" And I'm like, just know that behind the scenes it's been chaotic, and this is something that we, of course, because we're doing it, and we don't want to share that everything's as crazy as it is until we know for sure. Well, now we know for sure these cruises are done. Like this guy obviously got in over his head. We had got to have a good cruise, but
Yeah, we ended up we were the lucky ones that had a great experience. I had two great experiences. I'm hoping that we can find someone that really can help us put together a good cruise, a good itinerary for the fans, a great boat, and continue to do this because it's fun. So many people cruise already, and for us to be on the boat is just a bonus and get to hang out with us and do activities throughout the day is great. But, after this has been going on, even if someone came along and said, hey guys, let's put together something legit and for it to be great and squared away, I think people would still be afraid. Like it just
now,
wouldn't be enough.
now,
Like it's
absolutely.
been tainted. Like it's just, our word is not going to matter.
So there are different people who do this, but the guy who we were working with, for the most part, he's done, and oh, God, he ain't coming back from this. I don't know.
Yeah. And we
Cruises
won't
might.
be part of anything in the future. I'm not touching with a 10-foot
No,
pole.
God.
I don't want to be on damn Judge Judy.
No, God. So we have a great episode for everybody. It was this episode. They merged this episode, so there's not.
11 people, day 13, the boat shows up, and everyone's so happy that they made it halfway through the game, and they just pack their stuff and end up going to the Kelly tribe, right?
Yep, that
Kelly
they.
tribe. So it looks like the first two letters to the first two tribes were like pack your stuff, but the last letter said they're coming to you, and so they knew they were gonna get company. But yeah, so right now it's 11 people, and it's a new beginning, and that's where the episode starts.
I could relate so much. So first of all, they're obviously a little nervous. So Sage, Steven, and Juwan are nervous because Shannon's gone. So they're like, okay, we already flipped on our OG tribe. What are we gonna do? Like, what are we? What's their reaction gonna be? So okay, they're nervous because they know that they're gonna be coming. What are we gonna say? But there's also that nervousness about, and Sage describes this perfectly, of like everybody being together again. Everyone, this big group. It's the hi. And there's like a little segment in 44 where it shows me and I'm like in my head and everyone's like staring at me and I say all this weird stuff and then it's like, oh, because I struggle and it talks like it like was my perspective of in my head of all the small talk going around me, and it's so overwhelming to go from this little tiny beach where it's just, or just, or not little tiny beach where it's just three of you, to then all of these people all around. And I am never good in those situations. I am the one who, first off the bat, I'm going to be talking about like stuff that's probably a little too deep for the first conversation, which again, not everyone wants to do that. I'm not a good small talker. I'm not a good, like, how's it going? And where you? So I just 100% appreciated that. Oh, that dread of like, because of course, they're afraid of like, what are we going to say and what's the reaction going to be without Shannon? But also, it's the fake, she says the fake, but it's like when you have to put on your like normal voice or your nice voice to meet everybody for the first time and give good first impressions. I don't I don't typically give good first impressions. That's the
Yeah.
truth. I'm not a good first impression person. So it is so exhausting and hard. This is my opinion. I wasn't even excited for like, I remember when they said merge, I was like, oh, and I just dreaded it. I did. And that sounds, again, it might sound crazy, but it's all of the people coming together having to go up individually and talk to each person. And I know that sounds, but it gets so overwhelming when it's so many people all together. You're trying to figure stuff out. Oh, it's hard. Like, I'm just being honest. So I
I,
appreciated that.
I totally, I mean, I agree in the sense that now I've been focusing on these specific people and making sure that I'm okay with them and making sure that I'm finding things in common with them, and that maybe we have a bond and can vote together and stick around. But now I have to focus on these new people, and will they like me, and how can I find things in common with them quick so that I can get them on my side and want to protect me and want to play the game with me. So I totally get it. I think everyone, you're happy, you're excited you made the merge. Like, who doesn't want to make the merge? Like, that's one of the things you want to do. Make it to the merge and then make it to the jury. But there can't be a single person that's not nervous of how is this going to end up for me? Am I going to be okay once we meet and connect? Or I'm going to be on the outs and now I'm screwed if I was in a good spot, you know? So I think everyone has some kind of little like anxiousness about it.
It's but you're so good at being real, but also being so personable, and you're able to just talk to like. For me, I just did not, and I was so like, and this is the me when I was out there, like as far as just being embarrassed that like, because I saw the way every season's different with the way people are with challenges and how they look at
Mhm.
people who like aren't great at challenges, and I felt like just from like the bros especially like how they would look at me when I did so bad. And again, I know I'm loud and I'm like yeah, so it's like be quiet. However, so I always felt like oh my gosh, they probably just think I can't contribute for shit, like well that's what they basically said on the journey. So it's one of those things where it's like you what am I going to contribute to the group or how can I be beneficial, but like you're so good at like just making people like in a
I
real
have a
way.
story for you. I remember distinctly on Game Changers, the merge, and hearing them say, "We can't believe you're still here."
They said that
And
for
I'm like, I'm fucking gone.
who said
Like,
that?
when you hear those words, it was between when we had that merge, it was at that time, it was Andrea, Sarah, Ozzy, Z, Culpepper was there because it was season 34. It was Game Changers. But I just remember when I heard those words, and I don't know who said it, but when they said we can't believe you're still here, I was like, I'm fucking done. Like, is that what you say? Instead of, oh my God, Sandra, I've been waiting to meet you. Yeah, we see each other at the challenges and we compete, but really, I was hoping to finally meet you, once we merge. But when you hear, I can't believe you're still here, I'm like, and I knew it. I was like, oh, I have to put in work. Like, I have to put in more work than anybody else because obviously I shouldn't be here. I should have been gone a long time ago, but I'm still here and I went home.
But doesn't part of that make you feel like that's because you're a badass and people want you out, like instead of like some like
Yeah,
shit?
but at that point, I had already won two times, and my third time, I just wanted to, my goal now is to make the jury, and I'm only at the merging hearing, I can't believe you're still here, and I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna make it.
Because you're
Like
so
I'm not gonna.
good.
It's too many people. I'm not gonna make it. Like if I were them, yeah, I'd do the same thing. First chance I get her out. But you being the one that they're focusing on, then you're like, oh shit. And really, how can I talk myself down off of that? I tried to work with Ozzy as much as I could and talk to him and tell him, Ozzy, they love you now, but once it's individual, it's every man for himself, and they're gonna come after you. Once they get out a specific amount of people, you're gonna be on that hit list. And he
Exactly.
was like, no, no, no. And after me went Jeff Varner, and then there was Ozzy.
Yeah,
And then it was like,
exactly.
I told you so.
It's no, that's true.
Um, and I told several players, I was like I want to work with you. I want to play with you. I want to be part of your team. And this is I felt like the opportunity where if you don't take this, yeah, I'm selling myself, but if you don't take this opportunity, when you don't win, you're going to look back on this day and say, that was my opportunity and I didn't want to take it because it was Sandra.
Yeah, that's good. See, that's good work.
That's just me thinking in the moment and trying to get myself one step
Yeah.
further, but always reminding them that I'm gonna remember this shit. I'm gonna let you know the day you fucked up your game was the day you sent me packing when I was gonna be on your side. One person you can depend on, one person you can beat in challenges. I'll never have immunity unless I find it.
See, and that's what's good. It's like I ain't winning immunity. Like, take me with you. It's so crazy, and that's why I think you did good on Australian Survivor. Like, yeah, you didn't. You made it 16 days or whatever. I was shocked, even truly, because everyone knew how good you were, how big of a threat you were. I thought you made it. I thought you did well. I was shocked you made
Yeah,
it that far.
it was again a tribe swap got me on that one. I was with my team the whole time. They were never going to send me packing. Made it to day 16. We had a tribe swap. We went to the immunity challenge. We lost, and I went home. Once I'm with, like, if I get my foot in the door, and I always say it on day one, I'm good.
No, but there's such a difference the way how you come off versus how some people, well, for example, I know like with Shannon, people, it came off so just fakey, I guess. And
No, 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 because Christina really believed her and trusted her and like, oh, she's my girl. We
or for
compliment
Sage,
you like we could. Yeah, no, 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 Christina,
Christina
Christina.
believed her at first. Yes.
When she was with Shannon and then Sage opened her eyes to listen, all that
Yes.
fluff, she does it to every single person individually. She remembers what you talk about, what you prioritize, and she brings that into the conversation and makes you feel like she's your best friend. But she's doing that to everyone, and she opened Christina's eyes to
Eyes
that
to it.
and other people. So now everyone else was aware and watching it. She didn't know they were watching her, but they were on her already. So I think that once they all saw Shannon was gone, yeah, a couple of people were hurt by that move because now they're missing one person, one of their numbers. But for everyone else, I don't think there had to be a big drawn out explanation of why she was gone. She was a danger to everyone here.
Yep. No, I see
And
that.
you didn't have to do it. I did it.
But the way I'm saying, the way that you're able to connect with people, it's not like that where like as even have a viewer watching where it's like it's not obvious like that to a viewer. Does that make sense? Like it's just more
Yeah,
natural, I
no,
feel
I
like.
get it. There's people that love me and people that hate me. We go through that every week, but I really do try to find things in common with people. I have a huge love for Survivor, so I'm constantly look. Yesterday I went to IHOP, ran into a fan that I had met at the finale of season 34. I shared his story and he had a picture of me at the finale and then we redid the picture. I did the same pose and we took another one and he was like, Sandra, since 34 I've been trying to get on Survivor. And I was like, how crazy that the stars aligned for us to be at IHOP at the same time, because my cousin took me to IHOP, was supposed to pick me up at 8:30. It was over 10 o'clock and I was just getting to IHOP and he was already there. You get what I'm saying?
Did
Like,
he
for
know?
some reason, huh?
Did he know you were going to be at IHOP?
No, we just pulled up at IHOP and he was in there eating and he's like, oh my God, the queen. And so today I went with my cousin to IHOP here in Maryland, and the lady looks at me and she was like, you look like the girl that won Survivor 2 times. And I was like, it's me. I'm Sandra. How are you? Good morning. And then we just started talking.
That's funny. A lot of people, I met a lot of people too that were trying just at the Brooklyn event that applied for Survivor numerous times. Numerous times. Like been applying for so long. What if, and don't you feel like you get that advice a lot or asked for, oh my gosh, my brain.
I just tell them, listen, now it's easier than it used to be before. Now you just make a 3-minute video, and if they like you, then you do the application process, and then you go from there. But it is so many more people applying now than back in the day when you had to fill out a 100-page application, and you had to put all your personal details, all your bank information. Like, it was extreme. Like, they were vetting you 100 pages, no lie.
So yeah, and we get that later on, but not initially. You're saying initially you had to do all that?
Yeah, you have to send in your in the packet, the packet with the VHS of your 3-minute video.
Oh my God. When did you
Yeah,
ever
it was for a VCR.
Girl, yeah, that's like a long ass time. And then I forgot, duh, after that you weren't like applying. I'm like, what
Yeah,
are you,
2003. No, after that I never ever applied for anything else. I didn't apply
girl?
for traders. I didn't apply for 99 to be. They just came calling.
Yes, yes. So I always just tell people like what advice? It's like, here's the deal. Like you really can't give any other advice than just be yourself. And I can't really, I know that that sounds crazy, but that's really all it is. It's like be yourself. There's not like in my opinion, back in the day where it was like they did have more of the archetypes as far as this is the nerd, this is, and I think they kind of do to an extent now. They have like people that they probably are like looking for, so to speak, but I think that so many people apply and then it's like, oh, they rejected me as that person, so I'm going to do a different variation of myself. And then hopefully they like that one. And so I always tell people every time I applied, I was essentially my video was pretty much the same. I had the same story. I was the same person. I just kept applying, but I didn't change my approach. I didn't try to be like a different Carolyn. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes they want you for that season and sometimes they don't. But I think if you try to like be what they're looking for, and I've seen this in videos too, where so many people think like you need a sob story. You don't need a sob story. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just be able to talk, and isn't even so much when I think of all my interviews I did. It's not even so much what you're talking about. It's how you say it. I could be talking
Yeah.
about poop on my wall, and it's how you talk about it. Like half of my conversation, like you know what I do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah, yeah. Casting has evolved. The people they're looking for has evolved. Don't change who you are just to get on the show. Like, they're gonna find you. They're gonna see what value you have and what you bring to the show. I remember back in the day, I always felt like it was eye candy. Everyone had to be beautiful, have these perfect bodies, like the sandals advertisement you see, where the six pack, and that's what they and now we see them. They're just evolving too. The casting people are evolving.
yep.
What we want to see, we've been telling them, has been changing. So we're seeing your neighbor, your coworker, your cousin, your best friend. That's what we're getting now, and
Yeah.
that's why people enjoy it.
So just be yourself.
So everyone pretty much is talking about all the different things. Now that they're going to go to the new merge, everyone's talking about who has an advantage, who has the beware, who has, all the different things. And I did want to say this. I noticed that Alex and Sophie have so many face bumps. Why did those face bumps call my attention?
What face bumps?
They had bumps everywhere. Even Steven later on had like three big lumps on his forehead.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it looked like Alex had a whole bump right here, some over here, and then Soph, to distinguish from the Sophie that won immunity, she had all the bumps over here, and I'm like, those three weren't even on the same tribe. Why are they like? Why do they? Anyway,
I didn't know like
guys,
bumps
right? They have bumps,
like
big
acne.
bump. No, like like something bit them bumps.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice. I'll have to look and go back.
Yeah,
Probably something
I'm
big.
like, why they got it? Yeah, we need to show a picture of the bumps, but
I would get crabs at night, so like I would have crabs coming out of my stomach, like because they burrow those holes. So my belt, like I would literally at night, I would wake up and have like bites and like just like you know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah,
crabs
I
will
don't.
burrow.
You mean like the crabs we eat, or like sand fleas?
Maybe it was fleas, because I would just be itching.
Because the sand has little sand fleas out there, and they do bite you.
Well, there'd be all those holes, like holes
Yeah, yeah,
underneath me
yeah.
where I slept.
The sand fleas, yeah, not the little crabs. So then the boat shows up, and now it's the boat with the trunk, and they got to run around the camp and find all the keys. And our girl Sage, who we're rooting for, and she says she felt she had the winning key.
And she did.
And she did. Um,
We
and
did
then
that same
after
thing.
that, mm-hmm. So then they go to the challenge and they get divided up, and the two team captains were, let me see, because Christina and Sophie were team captains,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yep, yep.
and the one team won and the other team lost, and the team that won, they're gonna get to eat food plus fight for immunity, individual immunity. And because Sage opened the trunk, her advantage was just to participate in the challenge, which was awesome. Like, she goes straight to the feast, like, girl, you eat no
Yep,
matter what.
perfect.
So, hey, all that work put in, that was the survivor god saying, hey, good play on getting rid of Shannon. We're going to reward you. And then let me see. And then MC, so back at camp, we see that
Oh yeah.
MC needs to find the key so that she can get. That's what we want to talk
Yeah.
about. that ring of keys that Savannah threw herself. Yeah, Savannah threw. Why the f are you jumping on my goddamn keys?
That right there, but I like to watch it. Am I right? You wouldn't
Oh,
do
I
that?
love to see that, but I was like,
You wouldn't do that?
that would, girl, that would have been red flags for me. If I'm the one looking for the keys and she threw herself on it, like, bitch, you don't even know what the fuck I need these keys for.
Wasn't she? But they weren't. Hold on, weren't they together initially? Like she already knew about, right? She already knew about her idol, right? Or excuse me, about her finding the crap back at her old camp, right? Didn't
No, 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 no.
she
They
didn't?
were insinuating and they were trying to figure out if she didn't, then did she know who from her camp?
Okay.
All she knew was that Rizzo had something.
So I get it. I get it, like where MC is coming from, being like, I'm not going to lie, because you might be like, well, just lie to her. I get where she's coming from. What am I going to do? She clearly stumbled upon me looking for something. And for me, what I would have said, and I did it out there, I say things that people want to run from, such as, I'm looking for a good place to take a shit, or I just got my period, or I had, do you get what I mean? I'm going to say something that's going to not make somebody uncomfortable, but I'm going to say well, I'm going to say something that's going to make
Hold
somebody
on. The
want to run.
problem with that was that she was looking up. If you got your period or you're looking for a place to shit, why the hell are you looking up? Come on.
Girl, something
Girl.
crazy. You say something crazy to deflect. It's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
would do all the time, and it worked for me. So maybe that wouldn't have worked for her, but I'm just saying, you think on your feet and you think, okay, I want to get this person away from me. Hey, or hey, I'm really struggling right now with, I just had something happen at whatever, or not at home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I needed to get away from everyone just for 5 minutes. Can I just have 5 minutes, please? I just wanted to get away from. But she said, I want to talk to you real quick. Like I only have 30 seconds. But she did have those crazy eyes. You saw those
Hell
crazy
yeah.
eyes? They were like,
If that were me, and I think MC handled it as good as she could, and like again, we like to watch this, Savannah, like, so thank you. However, like, I would literally be like, I don't want to, it makes you uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to look in your eyes. Look up here. And she knows, they both know, they were just kind of say, like, she ain't buying it. MC's just trying to. I wish MC would have been like, back off. I don't, I gotta, like, look at me. But she handled it, I would say, as best as she could.
yeah. Well, Savannah, to her, the important thing is talking to MC, where MC, the important thing to her is finding this one out of 100 damn keys to get, to get her idol and because she can't vote, right? She doesn't have voting power until she opens that damn crate, the girl, that box.
Yeah, the box, but it's like, what, like, you are literally hurting your chances working with this person. You're jumping on the keys, girl. But she, no, 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 no matter what, I feel like Savannah's gonna have the upper hand with this because MC's got the idol. MC's got, do you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
she went snitching. She went
Of
snitching
course. So she's,
quick as hell.
that's why Soap is Sophie. God, I cannot say it. Sophie, Sophie is for not sharing that the knowledge. It's like, you're doing great. Keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah, she can't say nothing because if she does, even within her own alliance members, she'll be a target because she has something they want. So all right, so
And
MC
I even
ends
think,
up.
I think that even I get why MC even played it, because of course it's like you don't want to play your, but at the you have someone jumping on your, what do you just want to make sure you're at the merge, and or the.
Yeah, I'm not. We all want to say, oh, it was wasted because we're looking at Rizzo making all those faces and wiping his face. But I think she's right. She just wants to be there one more day and then she could figure it out from there.
You don't know that
It'll go
first
back
vote.
into the game. They just got to search for it back at camp.
You don't know that first vote. You just don't know. So
Hmm.
I get why she did it.
Yeah. So then it goes on to Sage saying that Nate, Rizzo, and Savannah think they can manipulate her.
She's right.
Yeah, because when they talk to her, it's more like telling her what needs to happen versus her input being valued.
Why do you think that is?
Because they probably feel like she's on the bottom and it's Survivor. You want to be on TV and you want to come off as being the boss. Like you saw me. I'm giving orders and they're complying and they're doing what I'm saying. But that's really not how it works. Especially when they sit there and think they're running shit, you ain't running nothing. Ask Shannon, and before you know it, we'll be asking Savannah too. You watch. Savannah said that she wanted MC to be vulnerable, but now she has the immunity idol. So you see, she wanted to tell her you're okay with us, but she still wanted her to be, on the bottom of that alliance.
Yep.
And now she has the idol, so that's not gonna happen. She just jumped up. So I had a feeling that they were gonna try to figure out a way to flush her idol. Then it goes to Sophie and the group coming back from eating, and Sophie's talking while Rizzo is focused and whispering to Savannah,
Yep.
and she clocked it.
And so they're obviously close. People know it. People see it. What am I going to
They're
say?
paying attention
They're
to
yeah.
it.
They're clear. Like I feel like this season, I mean, people are seeing it and they're actually doing things about it, which is fun to watch. I'd say, right? They
Hmm.
also just had the 50 talk. So,
That's next. Here we're at the
oh, sorry.
50 talk. So,
Did Jeff,
girl,
did
if
Jeff
if
ever do
Jeff
that
would
to
have
you?
said this is where I want to let y'all know there's two spots, balls to the walls, I'm gonna play hard because now you have that in your brain. Like, I'm gonna make a paycheck here, and I'm gonna try to get that check over there too.
But do you think do you think they needed that talk? Like you're already on Survivor. Like play hard. Like you get like did Jeff
Yeah,
ever
you
say
need that. You need a wake up call. You need a
you
wake up
do?
call because, yeah, you're halfway in the game. You're halfway. There's only 13 more days left. And if you're waiting to make a move, how long you gonna wait? You need to start making moves and building that resume so that Jeff takes notice and says, this is somebody who's going to come and is going to play hard with all these people that I have lined up to come to 50.
But you
Jeff
need
knows who he's bringing. He doesn't want to bring anybody that's whack as hell on 49 to play against these people that have a lot of chip on their shoulders. A lot of them need redemption. Here's another shot at that $1 million that keeps eluding most of them because there ain't but three winners on there, right? Kyle, D. Who's the other winner? Was I supposed to not say that? Don't we already know who's out there?
yeah, no, people know, but I mean I like
Didn't Jeff announce who the cast was for
no,
50?
he still says I'm almost positive he still says like two unknowns. He'll probably like announce it at the
Oh, I don't know who it is from 49. I'm
Oh,
just
you
saying
don't? You
that there's
truly do. You don't know who's on from 49?
no who. Who is it?
Don't people know though?
Is it them? I didn't know. Right now, if you wouldn't have said that, I would have said I put money that Sage is going out there. Because I think she's awesome. Not so much about the list being leaked or the names being said about who got a spot on 50 that I thought the universe knew. So, no, the universe doesn't know.
I don't like.
I thought it was out.
Of course it's out, but girl,
We knew when they came back.
yes, but it's not like Jeff is. So I'm still like, like trauma bonded, and so like I still don't know like what am I supposed to say, what am I not, but like I know that like people know, but it's not like announced. You thought Sage was going out there?
I thought Sage was going out there. To me, because I'm still going off of the episode that I just watched 30 minutes ago,
Yes.
Sage has done enough to earn a spot in 50. But I'm guessing Rizzo and Savannah are going to do much more. So, all right. Well, look. So they're talking about Jeff, and then the hammock breaks with Christina and Soph on it, which was funny. And the only reason I wrote that down was because I have fallen from a hammock. When you hit, when you land on your back, it's like you can't even breathe. Like,
It knocks the wind out of you. Ow. Yes.
I've been thrown off hammocks because, in Puerto Rico, we be swinging from hammocks all the time. That's just what we do. And I've been thrown off. I've been spun. Yeah. So landing, falling off of a hammock.
I like the editing with that. But I want to go back to that. So did you ever have Jeff say to you, "Hey, everybody, we're going to be thinking of a second chance this season, or we're going to be thinking of a future game. Pep it up. Let's go." No.
No, no pep it up, let's go. No talk of what's next because we're right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
But with them, everyone knew 50 was going to be big, and it's the season before 50. You want it to be great because once 50 comes in the door, no one's talking about 49 no more. People won't even remember who won most of the time.
Really?
Although I know all the winners, sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out who, like, somebody will be like, who's the winner of such and such? And I'll be like, in the later seasons. I know all the early seasons, but in the later seasons,
You forget.
even their order, like I forget. Like it takes me a minute to remember who the fuck won that. Who was I? I have to look at the cast and then I remember who it is. But
You don't think
all
Soph
right,
did enough to earn a spot in 50 by now?
so but I think out of everyone at this point, to me, if I had to pick one person, it would be Sage. That's my girl.
Girl, that's my girl.
I don't care for her pimple jar, the blackhead jar, which is gross. And I only thought about that because I'm leaning this phone against a jar of rocks. Okay, so
Okay. Yep.
once the hammock broke, we have Steven talking about the problem with going to tribal council is that now it's a game of telephone. So that's where we see everyone talking. Because remember, they already came back from eating. We know they're going to tribal council. We know Sophie won immunity. And now Steven says the problem is we see a lot of chatter. We see a lot of clips. Everyone's talking one on one over here, over there, whatever. But Steven says now it's a game of telephone. And I totally get it because you just hope that what was told to you
Will
last
last.
is in fact what the hell we're going to do.
Yeah. You just hope that yeah. I remember thinking my strategy once, one vote, the vote that Franny went home, my strategy was, you know what, there's so many conversations and they change so fast that, you know what, maybe if I just grab, who was it? I think it was Lauren and and Jamie. It was me, Lauren, Jamie, Heidi, or excuse me, Lauren, Jamie, Franny, and then I tried to grab Carson in, and I was like, you know how there's so many conversations happening. Let's just be the last conversation before we go on lockdown and go to tribal, and maybe this one will stick. It didn't. They all voted out Franny, but I tried.
Yeah. Oh, because you wanted Franny to stay at
But
that point.
that wasn't happening. I'm an idiot. So, no, I'm not an idiot, but yeah. So,
No, it's just, it is what it is. Rizzo says blood will be shed tonight. Girl, I thought he was gonna play his idol too. I thought
oh,
because they showed him doing this so much, usually we're swallowing and you see the Adam's apple moving a lot. But I was like, he doesn't know what to do. You don't want to go home and not have played an idol. He was just so stressed about it. He was just so stressed. But this I will say, moving forward, whenever he comes to tribal talking about, I might play it tonight, like there needs to be a split vote and force him to play that shit. Like,
yeah,
you're not gonna skate by tribal council after tribal council
with that, yes.
dangling, I have it, and you don't know when I'm gonna play it. Okay, motherfucker. And if you don't tonight, you will go home.
Soap
Cause I
should take
want
it.
that out of your hands and back in the woods so I can find it in the morning.
Yes. So hopefully Soap takes,
So
but I doubt she will. So what else? It was a good
that was
episode.
pretty much it.
What?
Everyone was talking about how it's been 3 tribal swaps. They've swapped so much that you don't know who's with you, who's without you. Nate said, you will know where you stand after tonight. And Nate didn't see that coming. And you know what was funny? Watching Savannah's face because they're showing her face smiling. She's smiling ear to ear, girl. Nate, Steven, Nate, whatever, Nate, Steven back forth. She's smiling, smiling, smiling until she saw that last Nate. And then another Nate. Well, not the last one because there was another Nate after it, but the dates kept coming.
Yep.
Nate, and then the smile wasn't there anymore. So how much you wanna bet Rizzo and Savannah at the beginning of the next episode is gonna be a straight scramble?
Well, now they're out for
Because
revenge, I thought.
yeah, so Savannah says, I'm coming for you. And Sage says, I can be a mean girl too. So,
Right.
girl, is
Right.
happening next episode.
I hope
So
Sage will hang
that's
out
that's the
next.
rundown. That's the whole rundown. I really want to stick to making it through 2025 without no drama. I really, sometimes I say things on the phone, like, but I don't want that shit out in the universe. I want to be drama free. But all right, my love,
Yeah, thank you so much and take care and eat your food.
call me tomorrow because I'm gonna be on the road. I got five
Yep.
hours to North
And I don't have a,
Carolina. I'm
yep.
okay.
Give me a call.
Bye.
Bye.